Hey everybody, Dan Harper under all of this, and I have something very special for you today. I'm going to try and figure out how many drone flights it takes to cover the whole Nestaweya Trail system. So how many flights do you think it's going to take? Answer now in the comments before we get too far into the video. I'm getting right into the footage here because I want to chat about all the things that go into making an operation in a video like this. I talk a lot in this video about the Canadian aviation regulations and what's involved in flying a drone legally in Canada. So if that type of stuff bores you and you just want to know how many flights it was to get through the whole trail, feel free to mute me now, but please watch the whole video. So this is my first flight. When I got onto the site, it was great conditions. The wind was only about 7 kilometers, but as soon as I put the drone in the air, it started to snow just slightly. But then when I went up into the air, it started to snow quite a bit more, and I brought it back as soon as possible. Only because the dew point wasn't a problem. I wasn't massively concerned with it. But every drone has a wind, temperature, and precipitation rating. And unless your drone is rated that, you can't actually legally fly in those opposing conditions. If I get, let's say, 100 new subscribers, or maybe if this video gets like 1,000 likes or 10,000 views, I will do another flight with my larger drone and possibly even a helicopter flight so you can see all the differences. I've also already been working on a video I'm super proud of, seeing how many flights it actually takes to drone across Winnipeg. Now, admittedly, due to the weather, this isn't exactly the perfect cinematic video or even interesting footage, so I won't be showing every second of it because that would just be an hour-long video that would bore most of us to sleep. I'd really dig hearing how you use the trail and if you've ever covered the whole thing. Did you bike it? Did you walk it? Did you skate it? What factors do you have to think about when you're going on an adventure like this? Or do you just use it to walk home every day? Leave a comment below. I'd really dig hearing from some local people about this. But back into the goal here. It's to find out how many drone flights it takes to legally fly the whole length of the Nestaweya River Trail with a drone. Now for the first flight, because of the snow, I was only able to see it out to about 1,100 feet. And then I brought it back quickly and biked to my next position. Speaking about how far away I could see the drone, that's one of the main factors in what goes into finding out how many flights it's going to take. Now let's talk about some of the major factors here. The Canadian aviation regulations state that you have to be able to see your drone the whole time you're flying it. So you can't fly it further away than you can see it, and you can't cheat by using binoculars. And during a flight, you can't fly behind a building without either another license or a visual observer. And honestly, you should really only fly your drone as far away as you can see maybe a bird attacking it or other obstructions around it. If you fly it away, you look down at your screen just for a couple seconds and you can't reacquire it right away when you look up, you've gone too far. And just a tip for people who have drone insurance, if you're flying illegally, your drone insurance is actually nullified. It's just like if you're doing a car race in your car down the street or the highway, they actually nullify your insurance and you're no longer covered. And since drone insurance is on average about $1,000 to $2,000, you don't want to be without it, and more so, you should always just be flying safely anyway. Some other factors and difficulties and unknowns in an operation like this. I made some really good flight plans for the whole operation, but had to estimate some of my takeoff areas due to not knowing exactly how far away I'd be able to see the drone. I don't know what you answered below, but just so you know, this whole trail is about 5.5 to 6 kilometers long. I estimated it would take somewhere around 8 to 10 different flights. And here's a factor I didn't consider. I fell off my bike right here when I went from a snow-packed area onto a hard patch of ice. I didn't get hurt at all, I just got back up and kept moving. Another really big concern here is that I only actually have 6 batteries for this drone, and I have no idea if that's going to be enough for the whole operation. Another factor is I'm biking the trail, so I have no idea how much time it's going to take because I kind of got a late start in the day, and I have no idea if it's going to even take me another day to complete this, because biking in the winter on snowy, icy trails with 30 pounds on your back isn't easy. Okay, more factors. I've got 3 sizes of drones, and they all come with some benefits and some drawbacks. Today I'm flying my Mavic 3 Cine, and I didn't take the easy way out by flying my Inspire 3, which I can see probably at least, well, around 2 times as far as this drone. I also wanted to be able to use my parachute closer to the forks just in case, because there's so many more people around some of those areas. I also could have chosen a Nano or a Mini, but those things, the problem is I can't see them from as far away. I can only see them maybe 500 feet. I wouldn't have had to have set up a takeoff and landing area, which would have saved me a lot of time, but again, that extra distance makes all the difference. So choosing the right size of drone for this operation was something that was massively important. Another factor here is all the equipment that you need to have with you. The CARS dictates that you need to have a physical copy of the manual for any aircraft you're flying, aeronautical charts for your area, the CFS or the Canadian Flight Supplement, which is a huge book, but also a fire extinguisher, medical supplies, and I also needed the cones and a landing pad. Now I was able to get all of that in my bag other than the fire extinguisher, but I did have bottled water and plenty of snow around me at all times. So this was my last flight, and yes, I finally made it. It ended up taking just under my estimate for a total of 7 flights. And right after, me being me, I had to have multiple chocolatey treats. This was a super fun adventure that was a really different way of using the trail for me. Don't forget to leave your Nestaweya Trail stories in the comments, and leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you're not. And depending on the activity I get on this video, I might try this again with my big drone or a helicopter. Thanks again for watching.